Hello, everybody. Kimberly Watson Johnson with People's Trust Realty coming to you with Q&A Saturday. So we have quite a few questions here, and of course, there's some good ones. I really appreciate you guys sending those in. But first, I'd like to kind of ask everybody to keep Chi in her prayers. We're a little behind this week because she had to have some oral surgery, so she's not with us, and it's a little bit much for me to keep up with everything. So I really miss her. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into these questions. So our first question is from Tammy L. And Tammy says, "This is Grace from Orlando, Florida. I was wondering if my dad can co-sign a home loan for me, even if he is in his 60s. Sorry, I'm a first-time home buyer, so I'm trying to make sense of things first before I go about it." Okay, so Grace, your dad being in his 60s is not a problem. We cannot discriminate against anyone because of their age. I've had one of my clients, best client I had, she was in her 80s. So he can still help you, but I need you to know that they are going to include his income, his assets, and his debt. So make sure you speak with a mortgage lender to make sure your ratios are fine, to make sure him coming on the loan is going to be a help as opposed to a hindrance. Okay. So that's one of our big ones right there. Make sure you, no matter who's co-signing, when you're bringing in a co-signer, you really want to make sure that their debt and their credit and their income is not going to hurt you. Okay. So thanks for that question. On to the next one. This one is from Ying. Ying, season's greetings, Kim. Is there a particular season where it's recommended to buy or sell a house? Like, is there a way of predicting if a seller can make extra money when they sell their home at a particular time? Okay, so Ying, what I'm going to say to you is right now is the best time for you to sell your home. We are in what they call a seller's market. That means we have very little inventory out there. So people are out there looking for homes just like yours, and there's nothing out there for them to find. So with that being said, I would highly recommend you give me a call so we can get your house on the market and get it sold for you very quickly at probably about maximum dollars. Okay. So good one. So Levine Lace. Miss Levine says, "Hi, Kim and Chi. 2021 has brought Levine luck, and you made a lot of money out there. You know it's not forever, the job you're currently doing, and as you get old, you want to make sure you spend what you earn wisely. Would I suggest you get a condominium or a mobile home as a startup investment, and is it worth it?" First of all, purchasing property is worth it because you can always use that as like your own personal 401k and have that out there, as a savings. Okay, so let's talk about a mobile home versus a condominium. I actually recommend condominiums. The reason I recommend condominiums is because they still go with regular value, whereas mobile homes, after a certain age, they begin to become hard to finance. So when it comes to a mobile home, if as it gets older, you will only be able to use cash buyers. So that's why I kind of lean more towards the condominium. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, Levine Lace, and thank you for reaching out. Okay. So here we go with question number 4. This one is from Melissa Wentworth. So Melissa is saying, is there any benefit a buyer can get when they pay for properties in cash? Like, do they get discounts or free stuff from the seller? I like that one, Melissa. Paying cash for the property does move you to the top of the list most times. Okay, so with a cash buyer, you are giving sellers incentives because you'll be able to close quicker. You don't have to worry about the home appraising, surveys. So at that point, the seller is willing to do a little bit of wiggling sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. So being a cash buyer does move you to the top of the list. And as far as free stuff, all of those things can be negotiated. So I hope that answers your question, Melissa. Okay, so that's question number 4. We're going to head on to question number 5, but I do want to give you a little information. With us answering these questions, if you ever would like a direct answer, you can always reach out to me at 727-946-6949. That number again is 727-946-6949. All right, on to question number 5. So question number 5 is from Gina Chocolatier. It says, "Hi, if a seller sells their home to a buyer who is buying it with a mortgage, do they get paid in full or is it in installments too?" Weird question, right? That's why people need real estate agents like you. Thank you, Gina. Yes, you're right. That's why they need real estate agents. It is not a weird question. That actually is a very good question. If a person sells their home and the buyer is getting financing, when the seller walks away from that table, they are given all of their money, minus whatever fees are associated with closing their home, but they get all of their money right then and there. The seller won't be on installments. The buyer will be making monthly payments, but the seller gets all of their money at the table, okay, minus anything else, like I said, any fees that are attached to that home. So we're going to go ahead and go on to number 6. Number 6 is Clean Zone, Florida. It's Kim, which counties do you cater to? Do you also do out of state? Is that even going to work? Ha ha. Okay, so as far as the counties I cater to, is I do work pretty much Central Florida. I've learned in this business because I like to meet so many different people and I do love driving. I tend to have a wider area of coverage than most because I like that joy of getting in my car and driving and finding new places and learn about different areas. So Central Florida, I know is pretty big, but I enjoy covering that much territory. Now, do I also do out of state? I am only licensed in the state of Florida. However, I am part of a network of over 40,000 different realtors that we refer clients to back and forth. We all have certain criteria we have to meet to be part of this group. That way, I know if I'm sending you someone out of state, they're going to work for you as hard as I would work for you. So that's the best way to put that one. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully that answered your question for you. Okay. Number 7. Now, this one is a very good question. So kind of had me stumped for a little bit. I did have to think on it. This one is from Ian Evans. Ian wants to say, "Hello, guys. I've been doing business since 2015. I have a diner and business is doing well, thank God. Ian, please tell me where that diner is so I can come check it out." Okay. You saw a business property being sold nearby and you liked the property, though the caretaker did not give much helpful information at all. Is the process of buying a business property the same as buying a house? Do I need to work with a different kind of real estate agent for it? Now, as far as the real estate agent, we do have commercial real estate agents, and some of us do commercial and residential. So as far as the real estate agent, yes, go ahead and reach out and we can discuss the different things that need to be put in effect on the contract to protect you. Now, what I will tell you is that with commercial properties, you want to really make sure you're checking who you're using for the mortgage. Okay, most mortgage people that do residential, they don't too much get into the commercial aspect because there's a significant difference between the two. Okay, I would recommend that you want to get with a lender that specializes in commercial loans. I have a gentleman that I work with. His name is Steve Fingerman with eLoans. He is very, very well versed in those type of mortgages. And I would definitely recommend speaking with him just to confirm, if there's any monies you do need to have or any particular inspections and things like that. So I would highly recommend reaching out to him. And his name is Steve Fingerman with eLoans. His number is 727-946-0904. Once again, his name is Steve Fingerman with eLoans, and his number is 727-946-0904. Okay, hopefully that answered your questions, Ian. So we're going to head on to number 6. And not number 6, number 8. I'm getting myself confused. So number 8 is, "Hello, Kim and team. I turned 19 this year and I have a business. Well, congratulations. This is from Jibitz Blingy. Jibitz Blingy. Well, Jibitz Blingy, you are 19 and you own a business. You are amazing. I don't care what your business. You are amazing and you're an entrepreneur at 19. I am proud of you. Okay. You'd like to buy your own house soon, and hopefully I'm able to buy a house big enough to fit my business. I will cross my fingers right with you. Do I need to be in my 20s to buy a house, and can my family co-sign for me? Okay, so first of all, you don't need to be in your 20s. As long as you are of legal age, and in the United States, legal age is 18. Okay, long as you're of legal age, you are able to enter into a contract with someone to purchase a home. Okay, as far as your family co-signing, I'll repeat what I said earlier in this Q&A session, that family members can co-sign, but you need to be very aware of the fact that when they come in and they're co-signing, you're going to be using their credit, their income, and their debt. Okay, so make sure the person that's co-signing for you is able to support the additional debt that's going to be incurred with the new home purchase. Okay, and if you have any questions, to give us a call at 727-946-6949. We're going to go on to our last question for this segment, and this is question 9, and it's from Bryce Colby. Sorry, Bryce. I apologize for messing up your name. Bryce, hey, Kim, in your opinion, which would be cheaper, buying a house that needs repairs and fixing it, or buying a new home? You are gravitating towards the first option because I'd like to put personal touches on a house, but I also wanted to save up more cash for other projects. What advice can you give me? Well, Bryce, what I'm going to tell you is it depends on how much the new home is going to cost you versus how much the fixer-upper is going to cost you, plus the cash to fix it up. So if you're looking at a home that's going to cost you, let's say $50,000, and it's going to cost you another $50,000 to bring it up to where you want it, but you're able to find a home for $90,000, please don't pay attention to these numbers because these numbers are being low so they can help me with my brain. So if the new home is $90,000, then of course it would be in your best interest to purchase the new home because you have warranties in place. However, if the situation is reversed and you are rehabbing or fixing up a home and you're putting in all this new stuff and it's going to be $90,000, whereas a new home would be $100,000, then the fixer-upper would be the best bet. But once again, you're going to have to take into consideration different factors. Are you doing the work? Is someone else doing the work? How long is it going to take? What are you willing to wait for? Are you in a lease? When is your lease up? It is so many different things that go into purchasing a home that these questions that I answered for you guys here, it's just the tip of the iceberg. So I want you guys to reach out to me and call so we can dig down into these questions on your personal level to see exactly how it relates to your life and your circumstances. Once again, give me a call at 727-946-6949. I'm going to give you that number again, 727-946-6949. So that is the last question for this Q&A Saturday. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the wonderful, wonderful questions you're asking. Please keep them coming. And we're going to leave it here. Kimberly Watson Johnson with People's Trust Realty, giving you keys to home ownership. Bye-bye.